Python is a high-level programming language, meaning it abstracts complex designs that are usually apparent in lower-level languages. It is beginner-friendly due to very clean and readable syntax. There is also a large community of developers to support and share knowledge. Python has also use cases ranging from machine learning to web development, meaning you will get a huge use out of the learning of the language. VScode is a popular code editor with a large community, so finding help if needed should not be that hard. It has a support for a vast amount of different programming languages, meaning if you think about a language you might with a high probability be able to write it in VScode. The user experience of this IDE is very user-friendly and easily learnable. It has a large community-driven extension marketplace with plugins to ease your programming experience, and you can customize it to make it cozy. And it supports debugging of code. And it is used in professional environment, and also it is being updated continuously by Microsoft. Today we will be installing Python and VScode and write a simple program with it. So let's get started. Open the link that I have left into the description and install the latest long-term support version of Python. Now, launch the installer and make sure to click the Add Python Next to Path tick on, because this will add the Python executable to your Windows executables path, and it will enable Windows to run the Python programs in your computer. After the installing is done, just close the window. Next up, we are going to check if the installation was successful. So please open CMD and type in Python. If the installation was successful, you will see the CLI print some version information text about the Python. So we can see now that our installation was successful. Now that we have installed Python, it's time to install VScode. So open the link that is in the description and download the installer. So now that we have downloaded the installer, it's time to run it. There is no exact instructions on how do you want to install your VScode. There is no critical box to check out. So just click next and let us go further. So now we have our VScode installed. Next up, please open a folder you want to program your programs in. So we are going to create a new file with the name helloworld.py. The py ending means that it is a Python file, and as we can see, now that the VScode realizes that we are going to code in Python, it suggests to install the Python extension, which has some syntax highlighting and some support for the language. So of course we are going to install the extension. Now the installation is done. As you can see, we can write code now. This is a print statement which requires question marks to print out strings, for example. You can print author data as well with a print statement. It is used commonly in debugging. Now that we have written a string into the print statement, we can use running of the Python with F5 or run start debugging. We choose Python file and we can see that it prints out the hello world text that we have written into the program. Thank you for watching my first episode of this series. See you in the next one.